Hello, welcome to the Canine Crack blogspot. My name is Georgie. And this is Jackson. Say hello, Jackson. So I thought I would give you a little bit of background about why we started Canine Crack. Originally, we were called Hawaii Doggy Style, and we were based in Haleiwa, Hawaii. And my husband and I were given an adorable little puppy. She was a pit Rottweiler mix, and we called her Jazzy Jasmine. And we wanted to train her and get the healthiest treats available for her. Unfortunately, we found that most dog treats have sugar, salts, flavors, colors, preservatives, and a whole host of other words that I couldn't even pronounce in the dog food and pet food and the dog treats. And so we decided to make our own. And it started out, it was really basic. I look back now at some of the pictures I have, and they are rustic, is all I can say. If you write to me and you ask me to post some on our blog spot, on our webpage, I will. But if you don't ask, I'm not going to show you because it was embarrassing. And so we started the flavors, and the dog seemed to like them. Then we met up with two women, one called Pamela Boyer and Annie Sweet, and they were setting up a farmer's market in Haleiwa. And they asked us to join them, and we did. And they said they would help with my marketing, and they helped me tremendously with my packaging and everything. And so we started selling at farmers markets. We were, as I said, we were called Hawaii Doggy Style at the time. And then I met a guy called Terry the Meat Man, and he had cattle. And he had a bunch of livers that he didn't know what to do with, that he'd slaughtered some cattle. So he said, Georgie, can you do anything with these? And I'm like, yeah, I can do anything. I can make pet treats out of anything. And I was like, good grief. So I started cutting liver, and that was... Well, let's put it this way. It looked like somebody had been killed in our kitchen. My husband came home from work and he was gobsmacked at the mess in the kitchen. There was blood up the walls, on the ceiling and everything. I had no idea how to cut meat. So I did some research and I spoke to some people, and they said freeze it, and then as it defrosts, cut it with a very sharp knife, and then you've got more control over it. And of course, to start with, I started using it in dehydrating it in an oven, which was horrible as well. It took forever and it's just messy. So I got a dehydrator and dehydrated it, and we put some out as samples to see whether people's dogs would like it, and you wouldn't believe it, they went ballistic for it. So we thought, wow, we've got to find a name for this. Why not Puppy Crack? So we did some research, and there's another company that was using the word Puppy Crack, so we couldn't use that. So we thought, oh, Canine Crack. Bought caninecrack.com and did a whole bunch of other sensible things. And we started selling Canine Crack liver treats. So that was one of our products. Fast forward now into Fast forward to 2014. So in 2014, my husband and I moved to Roseburg, Oregon. My husband had been offered an extremely great job at Orenco Systems in Sutherland. So we moved to Roseburg because Stan's mom lived here, and so we thought we'd have a little bit of infrastructure. However, my business tanked. Hawaii Doggy Style. It's difficult to move a business. I never realized how difficult it was. I had some online clients that I kept for the next couple of years, but unfortunately, the business, it just went down the pan. And I got a little bit depressed about it. So anyway, my husband said, why don't you go to Umpqua Community College, do a degree there and see what happens. So I did an associate's degree in business management with an entrepreneurial certificate, and I met some fabulous people. One of them was Tony Clough, who's head of business at UCC, Umpqua Community College, and she's one of my mentors now. And also the Small Business Development Centre in Roseburg. They were extremely helpful. Funny enough, I work for them part-time now as well because I'm always picking their brains. It's Yeah, I know it there. Anyway, so they said, you've really got a great product. How about relaunching it? And I spoke to some other people and they're like, well, Hawaii Doggy Style, it's kind of Hawaiian and you've got a Hawaiian phone number. What about rebranding? So I'm like, oh, maybe. Well, we could rebrand and call ourselves after our best-selling product, Canine Crack. And then I will call the liver sticks. And as it happened last year, November 2018, the RAIN event was happening in Roseburg, and it's an investor program. So some angel investors, you pitch your idea for a business, and then they invest. Well, it was amazing. It was great to revisit my business plan and to go over everything and to speak to people about my business and come up with some fresh ideas as well. And I did the event and I competed for it, which I thoroughly enjoyed doing. I love presenting. And I was one of the winners. There was 4 of us that won, and I got the money that I wanted. And they said, yeah, let us know how we can help you. So Canine Crack was born. And so from November through to the spring this year, I had been working on rebranding my packaging and everything, and I got my kitchen so that it's licensed. I'm one of only 3 pet food manufacturers in the whole of Oregon, which is fantastic. And I'm working on some new flavours. My original flavours, my baked flavours, my canine baked, I have chicken, bacon, pizza and peanut butter, and of course we have liver sticks is dehydrated, and I have 2 other new dehydrated flavors coming out. One is heart, beef heart, and the other is sweet potato. So if you come to the Eugene Farmers Market, Saturday Market, I'm there, and I'm going to have free samples of those this Saturday, which will be the 14th, I believe. Anyway, you can email me as well and find out more about that, and I can reserve you some if that's what you'd like, if you want some for your dogs. But yeah, come and try some. I'm always up for it, and I love picky dogs, so always come and visit me at the Eugene Saturday Market, because I always have little samples that I can give away in little baggies, and you can come back and tell me whether your dog liked them or doesn't like them. If you don't like them, that's fine too, because picky dogs are great for our testing flavours. If you want to be one of our testers, I mean, dogs that like every flavour love being our testers, but we really like the picky dogs. So, and if you've got any comments about what sort of flavours you'd like me to try, I'm actually thinking about doing some pork hearts, because I've learnt from some of my customers that their dogs are allergic to chicken and they're allergic to beef. I think often that's because of the hormones that are put in those animals. Fortunately, we do use all free range, so they don't have the hormones, and we also think about quality of life for the animals that are slaughtered. That sounds like an oxymoron, yeah, but I would rather use those organs than anything else, because I don't want to perpetuate harm to animals and having animals feeling discomfort and all that sort of thing. Another oxymoron here that you might find kind of funny. My husband and I are both vegans. And everyone's like, how do you handle meat? And I'm like, well, I wasn't a vegan when I started doing this business. And to tell you the truth, it's all about quality as well. So it's not like we're buying into the lobbyists and all that sort of thing. And people do like meat, and why I would rather use those organs. Anyway, and enough of that, we don't need to get down a political rabbit hole there. If you've got any questions about our business, about anything I do, how I prepare my treats, please ask me. I would love to hear from you. I am going to be doing a regular blog spot, hopefully once a week. That's my goal. And I will be showing you how I make some of my treats as well. I will show you how I cut up my meat and all that sort of thing. And I've got some fantastic hearts in the freezers. They're huge. And I'd like to show you those as well. Like the organ meat is beautiful, and if I could show you what it feels like, and that sort of thing, it's absolutely amazing. And people say how much it smells. Yeah, it does smell when it's dehydrating. The nice thing about dehydration, it takes the smell away. So when you buy liver sticks or the heart or anything like that, it doesn't smell when you handle it. You can put it in your pocket and your dog can handle it because, of course, your dog's got a very sensitive nose, particularly compared to ours. But your best friend who's walking beside you won't be able to smell it. Okay? Well, it's been lovely speaking with you and introducing myself. Let me know any questions you have, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.